What's good? What's good? It's your boy DJ Nova Fresh, and this is Lightning Strike Podcast. And you are tuned in with Mr. Powder Blue himself and the one, the only, the dude that's on every turntable in SoCal. Who we got, bro?
What's good, y'all? What's good? What's happening? It's your boy DJ Brodie for Lightning Strike Podcast. Coming live and direct, man. Boat Gang, Boat Nation. What's happening? Everybody's favorite Cuzzo. Reporting live. What's good?
We're live at 5
or 6 or
you know
7.
How it be, man. How was your weekend?
It was cool, man. It was chill. Obviously, did the Super Bowl thing, man. Got to kick it with a little fam. Some snacks.
Some snacks?
Got some snacks for the gang, for the squadron. You feel me?
What you make?
We have, man. We had the Roteo dip, always a timeless classic. The household.
It's me, Malik Neighbors. Thanks for drafting Joe All instead of me. You're welcome, man. Both of y'all panned out to be good, man. Both of y'all are future Hall of Famers for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, man, we had the Roteo dip. We had the buffalo chicken sliders, catfish. Made catfish tacos. Clutch. You ain't had that on your menu. Catfish taco. Something serious.
Catfish tacos? How that go?
Just basically the same thing you use for a taco, but you just replace the meat with southern fried, deep fried catfish.
Do you put like salsa and everything on it? You heard me?
Had for me, you know what I'm saying, flour tortilla. The shredded lettuce.
Do you prefer flour or corn?
Flour.
Flour, okay.
Yeah, flour. Pico de gallo. You know what I'm saying? Homemade tartar sauce. So yeah. The shredded cheese and
some shredded cheese. What kind of cheese? The Coyote cheese or just
man, this is like some Kobe Jack, 2 for $3 at your local grocer.
Got you, man. That's dope.
Lightning Strike Podcast. We still trying to get signed. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got it over here.
Right. But
how about you,
man? I just chilled. It was all right. Had Taco Man came through, caterer came through.
Ooh.
Had asada. He made asada, polo, chicken.
Pollo.
Yeah.
For sure.
And El Pastor.
That'd be busting. That's probably my favorite. El Pastor.
El Pastor?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be hitting. That's underrated, bro.
Yeah, that's
go.
Yeah,
his beans. His refried beans, I meant to ask him how he made them. But them refried beans he had was fire,
different.
Bro. Oh, they were different.
It was different.
They were different, bro. Put that into some rotator dip, be fire.
Here we go.
Fire. I was waiting all weekend for that rotator dip, boy.
My man my man gonna break into the office. He don't care if I'm there or not. My boy say, how I get in here? Is the dip with you? He ain't even say good morning. How you doing?
Nothing, bro.
What's good with you?
Are
you alive this morning?
What's your code to your office, bro? I need to get this dip out of here.
Are you alive this good Monday? My boy ain't care about nothing else. It wasn't no greetings, no salutations, no nothing.
Man,
where the dip at?
Overall happy. I feel sorry for you. Being in Georgia and you can't get no tacos. Like back in SoCal. What do you think is better, LA tacos or San Diego tacos?
Slide. San Diego.
Let's do that. We're gonna have to clip this. I want
sure.
input on who has the better Mexican food, San Diego or Los Angeles. We need this answer.
I'm gonna be the first to vote. This is SD. Easily. And I ain't trying to make it like no beef because I rock with SD and I rock with LA. But let me tell you, San Diego ain't to be played with on the Mexican food scene. It's different. It's really different,
bro.
Like, yeah, let me tell you. You could throw a rock and land on a taco shop in San Diego that's washing LA taco scene. Like, it don't matter where you at. Like,
it's straight.
Goated. Bro.
I have to 100% agree with you, Brodie. I want to hear from the supporters of the show.
Absolutely.
Who do you think has the better tacos, San Diego or LA? Me and Brodie are in 100% agreement that San Diego, hands down, has the best Mexican food, tacos, burritos, just
Amir,
whole.
I see you trying to straddle the fence, and I'm not gonna let you do it. You gotta decide.
You gotta decide, Amir.
Not this depends on where you at nonsense.
No, it's
pick a side. Stand on it. Business. Stand on that business. Who got it?
Look, I haven't had a just, oh my God, taco shop in LA yet. I haven't had one that defeated anything that San Diego has to offer.
And you ain't gonna have it. And you not gonna have it. Shout out all my people from the 619, man. You ain't gonna have it.
Man, I'm telling you, bro. Just we could go commercialize taco, and we can go to Taco El Gordo.
Landslide.
And you can't put a taco shop up in LA that even comes to that. Like that's the premier commercial location. And I could take any visitors and tourists there. What's the equivalent to that in LA? And we can put those two together and have non-biased outside parties go to either one of these establishments. Boy, and I guarantee you, Taco El Gordo
lunchtime jug, the Tacos El Gordo, you ruining your workday.
Man.
Workday, shout out.
How many tacos you get? I get 5 Abada tacos when I go in there.
It's probably three and a P for all my Spades players out there. We might go board. You know what I'm saying? I might go board with the tacos, 3 and a P.
And I get the flour ones. I get the fresh made. All of them fresh made. That's what I love about it. They make your corn tortillas or your flour tortillas right there, bro.
Right off the
man. Right off, bro. You say that everything coming fresh, bro, and then he dip it into the grease. He let that junk marinate
right off the dribble
in the giblets.
Yeah. Tacos El Gordo, man, ain't for the people who ain't got patience. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to appreciate the process when you go to Tacos El Gordo. You in a hurry, 30-minute lunch, and you 12 into it already, that ain't the spot for you. That ain't the spot for you. But if you got time, you know what I'm saying, a little off day type of situation, or you just one of them people they ain't checking for at work, listen, do yourself a service. Go on, get out there, Tacos El Gordo, have a seat, place your order, have a seat, engulf yourself in all the flavor smoke that's going on inside of there. Get your sides ready, get your sauces ready. Just sit at the one horchata, please. You know what I'm saying? Large. And just sit, vibe, talk to your people, engage. They call your number, orders up, and black out. That's it.
I'm trying to tell you, bro. It's nothing like living the San Diego life when it comes to tacos. Just, man, the food is just, it's unmatched, untouched. I haven't found anything close to it. I wanted to become a taco when I lived in San Diego, because it was just like, that's all I ate, bro. That's all I ate was tacos.
That after hours, you know what I'm saying?
It's always a taco shop open.
After hours from the gas lamp.
Man.
Listen, just.
And every place has fresh tortillas, fresh handmade tortillas.
That's the abuelita in the back, whipping and flipping the yam. You feel me? Just
they derailed the whole show, tacos. Yeah, but we need that answer, though.
Yeah, for sure.
San Diego or LA tacos. We need that answer from the supporters. Dave said San Diego hands down. Amir said he's trying to sit on the fence. Overall happy is like San Diego hands down.
We up already. They go.
I'm telling you, they should what the team should do to keep the LA people locked in. They need to bring a catered truck, caravan them every Sunday down to the stadium, and just have LA tacos on one side, San Diego tacos on the other.
Get you a bar dish right here.
Maybe Lightning Strike need to have a LA versus San Diego taco off.
I like what you just did right there.
Maybe,
you know what I'm saying. Put that on the vision board, bro. Man. We gotta put that on the vision board.
We need to do that.
You know what
I'm
saying? Maybe we can coordinate an event of sorts.
Yeah, and bring together the fans, the Charger fans, man.
The two communities. You know what I'm saying? It's all in the name of the Chargers. You know what I'm saying? Give everybody a reason to come out. Bring your best tacos. And we gonna vibe.
Cause I'm up here, I just be like, as soon as I get to San Diego, boy, I'm hit, bro. The steak and the surf and turf tacos.
Surf and turf is an all day meal.
Sauce? With the Chipotle sauce.
Surf and turf is an all day event. Devin, what's good, man? We got you locked in on TikTok, bro. We still trying to get through our intro. We over here talking about tacos, but we gonna
bring
plug
David
you
in. Let's get started. On the Super Bowl. I know he got a show to go. He got a show to shoot.
That's a bet. Then let's bring in Devin.
What it do, Devin?
What's good? What's good?
What's your thoughts on the Super Bowl, man?
What's happening, man? Talk to us.
My bad. I got to turn down.
Hold on. My sound engineer.
First of all, these Eagles fans are...
Go ahead.
You know what? Let's not go there. First things first, congratulations to the Eagles. Congratulations to Jalen Hurts. He played a hell of a game.
Classy.
If you're going to sit here and tell me Jalen Hurts is better than Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, or Patrick Mahomes, I'm going to call you an idiot. That's just absolute asinine. And at this point, I think we can call Jalen Hurts a top 5 quarterback. He did just win Super Bowl MVP. I still don't think he's an elite quarterback because that Eagles team was, in my 22 years of life, that might have been the best football team ever assembled. It's either them or the Legion of Boom. That defense was getting after Patrick Mahomes all game long. I don't think they sent a single blitz, and they were getting 50% pressure on Mahomes.
Zero.
That's absolutely ridiculous. It's really just Howie Roseman is the best executive in the NFL because the way he turned around that defense, especially the secondary, and Vic Fangio was the guy for the job. I think that was the best hire all offseason was bringing in Vic Fangio to be the defensive coordinator for the Eagles. Mm-hmm. And it's just these Eagles fans have to ruin it by talking about how Jalen Hurts is better than guys he's not. And it's like, let's just appreciate what Jalen Hurts did this season.
I'm with you 100%, Devin. I wouldn't put him in the top 5. He's good at what he does. I haven't seen anything from Jalen Hurts that make me go, wow, this kid is just a lights out quarterback. He has a great offense. He has a great running back that opens up, that play action opens up a world of things for him to do. He only got to make a simple throw. He only made one. Mm-hmm. To me, I've only seen one hard throw that whole Super Bowl, and that was that back shoulder throw to Brown. Other than that, it was just wide open throws that he made because it was based off man-to-man coverage, and they were playing the run, and he come out of play action, and they be running down the field, the cornerbacks 10 steps behind him.
Yeah, I mean, the Devontae Smith one was a dot as well, but he's always had the deep ball. Like, that's always been a part of his arsenal, even back at Alabama. It's just like he's not a ceiling raiser. You know what I mean? He doesn't make the guys around him that much better because the guys around him are already all-world players.
Yeah, they're both.
So would you say elite game manager?
Yes, I would. And there's nothing wrong with that. People think the term game manager means they suck. It's very hard to manage an NFL football game at an elite level. That's why guys get paid millions and millions of dollars to be a game manager, like your Brock Purdy's. Fucking Jimmy Garoppolo got a massive contract a few years ago because he could manage a game when he has an absolute loaded roster around him. It's just Eagles fans are making me not hate on Jalen Hurts, but they're just ruining it for me because he's a great guy. You know, he always says the right thing in the media. He's a believer in Jesus. He always spreads the word of Jesus Christ. That's one thing you need, especially with the world we live in today. And he's just a good guy. And he gets overhated because Eagles fans overrate him.
Yeah, I think they prop him up way higher than should be because everybody think that we forgot what they were saying during the season when they were having troubles in the passing game and everybody was like, they need to replace him, put somebody else in. We need another quarterback. And it's just like, they really just found a groove. They give him one read. He doesn't progress past one read. They simplified the game plan for him. And his one read is a deep ball. You can throw the deep ball when you have someone like Saquon Barkley, where you have to commit 9 to the box to stop him. When you commit, and I think the Chiefs succeeded in stopping Saquon, and they didn't have the secondary to hang with all pro talent Brown and Smith. It's just what it is.
Yeah.
And Goddard.
They were missing L'Jarius Sneed. As a Chargers fan, you taking Herbert over Hurts?
Stop it.
I don't even think that's a question. Is Herbert like
Herbert or die on this side, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at with mine. You give me Herbert all day. This is kind of one of the discussions we gonna get to it in the show. Got a couple of points to make with our first segment, but bottom line is I'm with Jay Herbo all day, bro.
Yeah, I agree. I have to go, but
right. Appreciate you, man. Hit that follow button, man. Thank you.
Yeah, I did. Be good, guys.
All right,
you too. All right, man.
Who else we
get to our sponsors and let's get right. And we done gave the people what they want. We gonna give them today's show.
This episode of Lightning Strike is brought to you by Morning Cup Coffee, the freshest, most delicious coffee you'll ever taste. It's organic, fair trade, and fresh roasted to order just for you. Plus, they offer free shipping straight to your door. Start your day right. Visit www.tcupodcast.com and grab your bag of Morning Cup Coffee today. And while you're at it, check out www.lsbolts15.com for the latest merch. You got to check out that merch.
Delicioso for the coffee. And grab you some merch. Let's get it, bro. Let's get it. Devin done got us inspired already. So, you know, man. Let's go and dive into
Lover,
it.
we're going to address that on the recharge portion of the show.
Let's do it.
But what's your thoughts on the Super Bowl, man? Do we throw away Patrick Mahomes? Let's get it out the way.
You know what I'm saying? So the Eagles of Philadelphia took on the Chiefs of Kansas City in a professional football competition last night for all the wickets. But Eagles put the beats on the Chiefs, man. And it brings to question an interesting question, right? Based off, how our last game ended in the season, and everybody was so quick to throw away Justin Herbert, right? And you seen one, Patrick Mahomes, who is arguably highly regarded as the best current football quarterback in the league, possibly even the GOAT. I don't know if that conversation is still being had after last night. But what you will discover is that no quarterback is immune to pressure, bro. No quarterback. I don't care how good you are when you running for your life, when you sped up, when the defense is in the backfield, as soon as you holler hike, you know what I'm saying? When the audible ain't working, the check down ain't working, and you're flustered.
He can't even get to the check down.
You will make mistakes. No one is immune to it. Justin Herbert was under the same type of duress in the Houston game, and we seen what happens when Patrick Mahomes is under the duress. 2 interceptions. My boy was sacked like 5 times. Eagles defense put on a master class of shutting everything that Kansas City tried to run down. And it made Patrick Mahomes, for probably one of the first times, seem human. So do we throw away Patrick Mahomes? Is he washed now because he didn't have his best game last night?
I mean, according to the knee-jerk reactions of everybody and the prisoner of the moments, they are. But someone who loves the game of football, somebody who loves the game of football and understands it and understands like matchups and things like that, he struggled. He had one of those games, and it's a wrinkle that he added to, Andy Reid and them added to their arsenal. I guarantee you it won't happen again. They're gonna be ready for it when they do face it. Philadelphia just came with the most unique thing. I think they got the best group of back four, and the best front 7 to be able to pull off what they did. That front 7 was able to get pressure with just 4 down linemen, while everybody else dropped in the zone coverage, taking away his throws. Patrick don't have the best receiving core right now, right?
Nope.
He thrived off being creative and putting those players in good moments, right? But when you can't create because the zone is just that good, you look out and none of your reads are coming open, and those 4 down linemen are just beating the brakes off your 5 linemen. They just beating them. He just got beat on every snap.
Yeah, it was.
He got like 4 sacks in a row at one point.
I would say difficult to watch, but at the same time,
and the thing is, and what I've been saying from the onstart of the playoffs, before the playoffs started, the number one thing you got to have before you go into the playoffs, or you got to have some sort of it, is a run game. If you cannot run the game in the playoffs, you're going to get exposed. I don't care who you are. And they got exposed because there was no threat of the run. They put in the fat pass rushers. They put in their skinny players, their skinny down linemen, and they just pinned their ears back and they rushed the quarterback the whole game.
Yep. Well, not rush. They just got after him because they didn't blitz at all.
And you can drop back in the zone because there's no threat of running the ball. So you can sink back, look, and just wait for him to throw the ball. And whenever he got in trouble, he threw the ball, interception.
Yeah, tough. I mean, it's like I said, is a bad day, but I just wanted to make the point that it's like Patrick Mahomes is all world talent.
Still number 1 quarterback.
He had a bad day.
A bad day.
Yeah, people have bad days all the time. And I bet you no one in Kansas City was like,
we got to get rid of him.
We looking to the draft. We going to Cam Ward might be next.
Yeah.
Get him to replace Pat. Like, ain't nobody said that. Nobody.
And if you're thinking that, you're going to probably be fired.
Yeah. Nobody's on that, man. Ain't nobody just is going.
I'm pretty sure they were hurt. I'm pretty sure Pat and Travis, they had undisclosed injuries. I mean, you think about it. Football's a long season.
I was just about to say, like, definitely.
It's a long season, man. And he was getting banged up the whole year. So I'm pretty sure he was hurt. And
I mean, we talking in the NFL Super Bowl. Like, I don't think no one there is 100% healthy after this long drag of a season. I just think it's by that time, it's mind over matter. It's a Super Bowl. I mean, you know how hard it is to get here, and you're not about to let whatever it is derail you from playing in the biggest game, obviously, of the years. In competitive sports at the highest level, I don't think nobody's coming out during press week like, yeah, I'm about 62% and I'm ready to go. It's just like, I'm here.
I think Kelce had back issues, man. Just watching him play and why he looks stiff, especially on one of those low balls. Usually he'll go and get it, or he'll try to attempt to get it.
That, and it didn't look like he wanted no smoke with contact.
No. Yeah, especially on that one where he was supposed to chip the DN and he just didn't even want the contact.
Yeah, it didn't look like he wanted contact. For somebody who usually thrives in that area, like just be wanting to go after somebody or whatever. Yeah, he didn't.
I don't think Travis is done. I think he got one more year in him.
I think he got a lot of football in him. I think it's just, again, you know what I'm saying? Like we're talking year after year. Like I don't think what people understand that you could apply this metric to probably like any sport, which is why you have to appreciate people in the moment or whatever. Like the year after year grind of being great and doing the things that keeps you in position to perform at a high level is grueling. You know what I mean? Like you talking round the clock prioritizing your fitness, your regimen, your everything. I think this year we saw more of a Travis Kelce that was into life. You know what I mean? It just looked like he enjoyed life a little bit more. Got the podcast going. Obviously, got his relationship that most people can't stand in the public eye or whatever. And he's everywhere. Like, you know what I mean? I just don't think
the demand is tight. I think he got away from football.
Exactly. I don't think in years past football was the number one priority in his life. I think, just branching out into other aspects of life probably took priority over that. So, maybe this getting knocked out in the championship round lights a new fire, or he just realizes that these are the things that are more important to me coming to, a close of a illustrious career. Hall of Fame career is starting to, starting a family, being a part of these things, doing this thing with my brother who just retired, and I'm seeing firsthand what life looks like from his
he ain't got to ever work again.
It's and you done got 2 chips. You know what I'm saying? Again, we talking first ballot. You gonna be on the list or whatever. And not to say that it's like, oh, you don't care. I just think like with all things, if you remove sports out of the equation, if you're talking just pursuing something for a lifetime,
he's definitely he has one more year left on his contract, so he has a decision to make this summer. I think it's 2 decisions. If you care about the future of the Chiefs and want to help them going forward, then you walk away from football. And you only have $2 million. They save $18 million by giving $17 million by letting you go. Or you tell them, hey, draft my replacement. He got 1 year to study under me, and let's go. I think he's going to run it back for this last year, go out, do a tour, you know what I'm saying? Go out on top, tell everybody, let's have the parades, let's do all the things, and go out on top. And let the NFL and his teammates and players celebrate him.
Or
I still think he needs to be second round. Nah, he ain't leaving the Chiefs. He ain't leaving the Chiefs. But I say to make it fair, he needs to be a second ballot Hall of Famer. He don't need to get on it on his first time. And that's just because they didn't put Gates in his first time. So that's just the Charger in me saying, if Gates didn't get in on his first time, Travis needs to wait till his second time because Travis ain't better than Gates. That's how I'm putting it.
Yeah, I'm not here to argue with you.
Because the most underrated portion of Gates' game that we know what he do inside the 20. We know he missed a touchdown. We know he all world. But people forget that he was just as nasty as a blocker than he was as a pass catcher. They don't talk about that portion of his game.
Boy, putting you over there in that sideline. Stop playing with him. Shout out Gates, man. Shout out Gates for making it into the Hall. Mr. Gold Jacket himself. Antonio Gates, man. So tough. Congrats. Flowers to him, bro.
Make Travis earn it. Let him go second because you made Gates wait.
There you go.
So you heard it here first.
There you go. Yeah, man. And that's really all I have, man. On the Super Bowl, it'll be one that I'm sure will be talked about.
It'll be forgotten soon enough. It'll be.
Nah, Philly ain't gonna let nobody forget this. We about to hear Meek Mill for the rest of the year. They done reappropriated Too Short, Blow the Whistle to Philadelphia. This is a West Coast anthem, and
like I said, man,
we done lost the song somehow.
They
to
about to take number one for most annoying fans.
Yeah, they might have just ever so slightly moved up. It's probably them, then the Cowboys now is most, or the Cowboys and then them as most annoying fan bases. And somewhere a Cowboys fan is out there saying,
it's
next
our year.
It's our year.
we about to run it up. We about to run it up.
Dak coming back is our year.
Man, get out of here, bro. Get out of here. But what we got for recharge? McLovin asked us something earlier.
Man, we'll lead recharge with, so the 49ers have granted wide receiver Deebo Samuel Sr. permission to fund a trade. So for the second time in 3 years, Deebo has requested that the San Francisco 49ers trade him. This time, the 49ers are willing to accommodate such a move. So they restructured Samuel's contract in September, a move that means if they were to trade him before June 1st, they would absorb $31.55 million dead money hit on the cap. Samuel is also due a $15.4 million option bonus on March 22nd, which means the Niners would almost certainly want any deal completed before then. So, we want Deebo in LA?
No, I'm good.
We want Deebo in a powder blue uniform?
I'm good, man. He too hurt for $15 million. That's not an expensive price, though. Think about it. It's not expensive. But he's too hurt.
I think we over them type of moves, bro. We gotta be over them type of moves.
That's a hostage move.
Yeah.
That's a hostage move. McLovin asked out of all the receivers that we're allegedly linked to, who would we want? Man, that's a tough one.
I'll let you go. I'll let you go first.
Nah, you go. You go.
So it's funny. We actually talked about this last night in the late night lightning strike sessions, but it's an interesting dynamic, man, because all of the receivers that are available, that are like just guaranteed free agents, they all hurt, right? So we gonna be taking a chance on anybody who we pull the trigger on. T. Higgins missed some games this season. He was hurt. You got Stephon Diggs out there floating around, coming off a big injury. Chris Godwin coming off a big injury. So of the receivers, that's a bona fide free agent. Now, the Jets just basically told Aaron Rodgers he will not be coming back to the team. So I'm assuming Devontae probably ain't going to want to be there. And I would love to see him in a powder blue, because the Raiders ain't do right by Devontae, and I feel like we can do right by Devontae. But if I'm going any Jets receiver, I'll probably take Garrett Wilson, just because he's younger, more upside. But I would say out of all of them, the safest bet in that whole thing is probably DK Metcalf, because you get a wide receiver, you get a physical phenom, and you get somebody who can block, which is a very underrated talent at the wide receiver position. Is receivers that's going to go out there, they're going to grab that D-back, and they're going to shove them all the way into the water, to the cooler, to the bench. The whistle's still blowing. It's chippy. And I don't think we got too many people like that bring that kind of energy. That's just that dog out there. Like, you ain't going to little bro me out here on the field. So of all the people, I think I'm going DK.
I'm 100% locked in with you on the DK coming there. I think it's the best situation. You get a receiver that plays, like you say, 15 to 17 games a year. He blocks, he catches, he does all. I mean, he's not polarizing to me. I've never seen anything that he did that was detrimental to the team outside of him just wanting the ball more. You know what I'm saying? What receiver wouldn't want that, right? What receiver wouldn't want that? Vontae Adams is a cap nightmare. He's sitting at $38 million for the year.
Oof.
Wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole. And you push him. Just wouldn't. He makes 0 cents for a team to bring in. He's $38 million. DK Metcalf, on the other hand, he makes a better target, He is $7 million cheaper. He comes in at 31, but he has one more year after that deal, which is you can probably restructure his contract and add some extra years if you bring him in. Why wouldn't he? So he's a $31 million cap for the 2025 year, and on his other deal, the next year is $7 million. So you could probably restructure that to spread it out, guarantee the next year, and spread it out over both years. And probably get him down to a $15 million cap hit. So,
and we got $15 million, especially if we get up off Bosa.
Man, Bosa. Hey, listen, that honestly, we in a win-win situation with what we do with Bosa, right? If we cut him, we get $25 million back in cap. If we trade him, we could throw him as a trade piece for a team to use as a trading cut. Because then that team saves double the amount. They get rid of a big contract, they bring in a big contract, but then they cut it. So you really can go from $60 million just from two players. If you're trading two players,
yeah, you sure enough can. So guess it's safe to say archive your Bosa jerseys.
And here's the thing: even if we bring in DK, you hurry up and restructure his contract. Then now you can still go after T. Higgins, or you could just go after a good Y, and then you bump QJ down to receiver number 4 and throw him in the other slot. I'm sorry, QJ, but that's the life of the NFL, man. Because you can bring DK, and then you can go get a good Y, good complimentary piece for Y. And then you got Ladd in the slot, and then QJ is number 4 on the depth chart. QJ got to move to TJ.
He could tell us all about the good tacos then.
They said, what about bringing Allen back? What's the thoughts on bringing Allen back?
I like Allen coming back just because we know the chemistry is already there. Fan favorite. We know what he's been to the organization. But Keenan Allen can't be coming back talking about no bread. Like, you got to be coming back.
He got to kill that talk.
Yeah.
His $9 million.
That top tier wide receiver pay talk. Like, nah, man. Like, come back. Be a vet, do some mentoring to the next generation, and be that 3rd and 4 slant that Justin Herbert so desperately needs right now. And hey, you know what I'm saying? It's a win-win for everybody. And he probably still have damn 800 yards just off that.
Yeah. Incentivize his contract too. That way he'll want to play and stay healthy. He'll have every reason to stay healthy. I think, honestly, man, if we get DK Metcalf, he brings in a culture of working out and staying healthy. Like, all you got to do is just go hang with him. What the hell do you do to stay healthy and injury free? So that's my thing. Bring in DK. And the more I look at it, it's only 2 options: DK or T.
Okay, you ain't even entertaining the rest of that list.
Not really. Stephon Diggs is too old, coming off of ACL. I think he's gonna be a shell of himself.
Yeah,
I think anybody that pays
him
very
OBJ like.
Yeah, I think anybody that pays him top dollar is just foolish.
Yeah,
I know they got the advances in surgery and all this stuff, but age is age. Your tendons are your tendons. They age, my boy. That's just not a good look. I don't think it's beneficial to anybody.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see
who
we got in the building, man. Let's tap in with Amir, man. See what the hell he talking about.
What up?
What's up,
good,
Amir?
my boy?
You know how it is. We out here talking this nonsense about the Chargers. You know how we get down.
Yeah, man. Make it Mondays. Just trying to make it.
Right. You know what? Just briefly on the Super Bowl, that was one of the weirdest Super Bowls that I've seen. Like, I've always said this, and it's always been strange this particular season. What can be your strength all season in any one game can be your weakness, and your opponent's weakness can be their strength in any one game. And I've seen that in a lot of games, and that's exactly the way it looked for the Chiefs. The Chiefs looked overwhelmed. It looked like Philly knew exactly what they were going to do before they were going to do it, because you've never seen since in recent history Mahomes completely overwhelmed like that, where he couldn't get to the right, he couldn't get to the left. If you ask me, it looked just like the way Houston did with Herbert, and that's they clogged up the running lanes. They didn't let Mahomes escape either right tackle or left tackle. Right, they didn't let him get up the middle.
They held that contain.
And they boxed down. They boxed down Kelce in that went to the Chiefs. What's his name? the receiver from the Cardinals, with the dreads.
Hopkins.
Hopkins was completely, for the most part, if you watch the whole game, he was completely useless. Completely.
And he's a free agent too.
And so what's interesting about it all, they didn't throw to the sidelines. They didn't get no screens going. They didn't make the Eagles, and this is what makes me question play calling. It's because they didn't make the Eagles play from sideline to sideline. They were trying to get the ball deep in that 15 to 20 yard range, and I don't know for the life of me, when you got an angry runner like what's his name, the running back for the Chiefs,
Pacheco?
Why they didn't, and they got the Chiefs got two good guards, not just one, but two good guards, right? Why they didn't get the ball to the sideline, why they weren't screening them, why they weren't play action, why weren't they using more misdirection when the game was very straightforward? And I noticed that with the Chargers, it's the exact same thing. When the Chargers don't have play action, when you don't have the screen, when you can't make a team cover from sideline to sideline, and you're just kind of verticaling it, nothing underneath, no drags, no slants, nothing like that, you see teams lose. And that's what happened. And I was like, man, this looks like the same way that the Texans just mauled the Chargers in the playoff game.
Me and my boy was saying the same thing.
Yeah, and what's interesting is that it's not that Mahomes was overwhelmed or anything. They just basically, I think what it was is the defensive staff from Philadelphia, they had a general idea of what the Chiefs wanted to do, and they took all that away. And that's why you no checkdowns. You've seen on one particular series, I'm telling you, on one particular series, Mahomes was completely overwhelmed and got sacked like 3 times in a row, and then they punted. And I was like, the only time that happens is when the defensive coordinator is completely in your back pocket. He knows everything you want to do, and he knows what the sets look like. It looks like they've been studying everything under the world, and they got your game plan completely locked up. You're about to get locked down. And that's what it looked like to me. It looked like the Chiefs coordinators didn't know what to do. They didn't know how to adjust, and that's because they didn't know how to make the Eagles cover from sideline to sidelines. And they were just straightforward. And that's why Kelce got nothing. Hopkins, I think the only person who really got any separation was what's his name. And that was just a couple of passes.
Juju.
Worthy, right? And then Hopkins on that touchdown. But other than that, everybody was strapped down tight. And the only time you've ever seen that with the Chiefs was obviously yesterday and Mahomes' rookie year. You've never seen it since then. And another thing is that the thing with Kelce is this. For all them seasons, Kelce is facing zone because they're trying to stop Mahomes from all that backyard stuff, right? And finding people in the pockets. And Kelce was a master of finding little pockets in the zone. But when you played Kelce man-to-man, like the Chargers did, he had 2 catches. The last catch that set up
that put him in position for the
field goal, it was in the zone. Yeah, it was in the zone, right? Kelce is a zone type. Now he's not beating you man-to-man no more. They're not expecting him to, pull off a Gates or a Gronk where he's just going to outmuscle you man-to-man. They're not even putting him in that position anymore. And I noticed that Gray was completely useless because he doesn't have the Antonio Gates or he doesn't have the Tony. That's just not him. He's he's a good tight end, but he's just not him. So that's the difference. They couldn't get the ball to the receiver. They couldn't get the ball to nobody. So I knew when Mahomes started making mistakes like every other quarterback, that it was good. I went to go vacuum out the inside of the car. The game was over. I knew it was over because, just like you said, if you can't run the ball, if you can't get 2 yards of carry, right?
You can't Gus Edwards it.
Bro, listen. And this is what kills me, is that the Chiefs defense, was, I'm telling you, the game almost mirrored the Chargers and the Texans. Because if you remember, the Chargers defense was all over the Texans in the first 2 quarters. If you remember that,
I do remember.
Now, if you think about how the Chiefs defense was they were on top of Saquon, bro. They were on top of Saquon, they
executed that perfection.
Yes, bro. They were like him on, like sour cream on tacos, bro. Like they was on his ass, and so. I tripped out because I was like, they're really shutting Saquon down. Like, I think Saquon didn't even have 50 yards at the end of the game, right?
It was like 57, I think.
I think he had 57.
57?
On
and they tried to give him the business.
Though.
They tried.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they tried to get him to the edge. They tried to get him in between the in between the A and B gaps. They tried to push him. They tried to do that, but none of that worked, and that surprised me because I didn't think the Chiefs had that type of stout running game defense. Right, so that surprised me. That surprised me.
But the part about that, it did work because being able to just have Saquon back there and knowing that he's a threat every time he gets the ball.
Yeah.
This is how Antonio Brown is single coverage downfield. This is how Smith.
I agree. I'm in agreement. I'm in agreement.
Single coverage, like to know.
That's what I've said about McDuffie. Is that I thought McDuffie, right, who people were saying was this all-world, defensive back. I mean, I never agreed with that because Allen and Williams used to beat up Snead and McDuffie, if you guys remember.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, beat them up. Like, you go back to them old Chiefs Charger games when Mike Williams is just thrashing the entire defensive secondary for the Chiefs.
Yeah, especially on them long balls.
Yeah, bro. I mean, he has Ladarius Snead one-on-one in the end zone with a one-handed touchdown catch. Like, it doesn't get any more footballs than that.
Tough.
But I'm not saying that McDuffie's not a good cornerback because I think he is. I just think he's a bit overrated. And it's just, I don't know, bro. The Chiefs just got completely outplayed. But I don't know. There's something funny about that game because we've never seen Mahomes like that. And, yeah, bro. Like, we've never seen Mahomes like that. And everybody's like, oh, he got exposed to that and the third. Bro, listen, I don't know. That game reminded me of the way Tampa beat the brakes off of Oakland in San Diego. Y'all remember that Super Bowl? Remember that one?
Brad Johnson.
That's the way that game looked like to me. But anyway, I don't know. I guess moving forward, you guys already know my take. DK is the answer for us. I mean, in a perfect world, I would take DK. I would pick up Allen on a veteran minimum if he would take that. And then I still draft a wide receiver. And I would QJ is finished. Like I'd have to cut him and whatever. Whatever I lose on his particular salary, I'm just losing on that because if you can't make it work for yourself in a hardball system, you need to go coach high school football. I mean, because like
what a downgraded.
You have to. You can't have guys who have the fundamentals messed up. That's why I believe Trey Pipkins, Salyer, Zion Johnson. I think like. These guys are the guys who are causing problems every game for us. Every game, it's the same culprits every game. Just like during the Staley years, it was always the defensive backs. What's his name? The Mexican cornerback. What was his name? You guys remember him? He was always getting burnt. Somebody was always cooking him. I think his number was 40.
Is Michael Davis always back there?
Michael Davis. That's what I'm saying. Michael, somebody was always cooking him. Like
my boy
somebody was
late all the time,
bro. Yes, bro. I mean, the interesting thing about Michael Davis is I felt so bad for him because I know like one season he had a really good season. The following season he's doing well, and then the Chargers play the Dolphins, and he has Tyreek Hill shoulder to shoulder.
What a game
right?
that
and
was!
He's gonna pick this pass, and then he falls down. Tyreek runs for a touchdown. I was like, what the hell is wrong with you?
Was.
Oh man, yeah.
I was at that game. It was the first game of the season.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. And it was just another one really weird game. I just like I said, I think that's and then defensively, Bosa has got to go. Because he only has 4 games, 4.5.
Not for that price.
Perryman, you guys know how I feel about Perryman. I guess he's good in the locker. However, I need somebody to come in and actually be able to make some defensive stops to take some of the pressure off of Henley, because what's going to happen to Henley is the same thing that was happening to every other Charger linebacker that's doing all the work. Injury start,
For sure.
What did he say?
I don't know.
No, he said we're not making it. We making all these moves. We making more moves than the Raiders.
Look, in a perfect world, I wish I wish it all could go down like that. In a perfect world, I wish it could all go down like that.
Yeah. I think we make a few though, and that few is going to be the most.
Yeah.
You know, we make 2 of the moves that we talking about, and that's going to do
I
wonders.
hope so. Yeah, bro. I hope so. I hope that one guard and one wide receiver, or one wide receiver, defensive tackle, middle linebacker, right? And I think that those are 2 glaring needs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. So I don't know. You guys, I guess you guys know more about it, but you guys are closer to it than me. I'm all the way in New York, so. But
For sure. We appreciate you tapping in, though, as always, Amir, man. We gonna keep pushing with the show and get some other people in here for
I
sure.
appreciate that. I'm getting yelled at to get off the damn phone as it is.
Appreciate you for always tapping in, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump in when you guys jump in tomorrow.
We 72, Rob. We got 72 million in cap space. If we cut Bosa, we'll have 90 something million in cap space if we cut Bosa.
Yeah.
Metcalf ain't going to the Raiders, bro. Stop it. He want to actually win. Who gonna throw him the ball? Not Aiden O'Connell.
No.
Like Aiden ain't gonna throw him the ball.
Pete ain't out there suiting up at QB.
No, he's not. He doesn't. Look, even with Carroll there, Metcalf got enough sense to know that the Raiders are so far away right now from fielding a professional football team. Right now, they look like a semi-pro team out there right now. So
CFL, XFL about to get back started.
You got 96 million in cap space for a reason. Nobody wants to go there.
Yeah, no, and it's been like that for the Raiders for some time. Like nobody wants to go there because look at even Crosby. Crosby was like Crosby wants to leave, and then they bring Carroll back, and then they bring Carroll to the Raiders, and then Crosby is still contemplating it. So it's not like it's not like when Harbaugh shows up to Chargers and everybody's like, I want to play for Harbaugh. Carroll doesn't have that effect.
Y'all playing, just put it like this, bro. They paying Gardner Minshew $13 million.
Good. For sure.
Good old Gardner. Anyway, look, like I'm about to get busted if I don't get off these kids.
All right, bro.
I'm getting yelled at. I'm gonna holler at y'all.
Y'all, like I said, you got a good coach, but you got the money, but you're not finna turn the program around in a year. Y'all gonna have that same amount of money next year. Like, it's just not attractive. It's not an attractive situation to come into. You got to find somebody that is willing to wait to be contenders. And y'all don't have enough. Y'all don't have like the simple pieces. You got Brock Bowers. I'll give you that. Brock Bowers is legit, solid. Max Crosby, solid.
A healthy Jacoby Myers, decent.
Yeah, decent. And y'all paying him $14 million. I mean,
next segment.
Yeah, that's what it boils down to. Rob, you want to get up and talk? You want to come on, Rob, and talk about it? Send No Name Beatmaker the invite.
What are you talking about?
Pull up.
Talking about nothing. What we got next, man?
Got some boat static, man. What we got?
I got some good static for you today, man.
What you got?
Shit hit home. They say Kellen Moore is in line for a new job, bro. What you think about it, man? Kellen Moore coming to turn the franchise around?
That boy ain't gonna do nothing in New Orleans. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing in New Orleans. Boy, they in cap hell. They need to get rid of the owner. They need to get rid of the GM. They need to get rid of Derek Carr. They got they're $51 million over the cap.
More.
50, and they got $48 million in dead cap money. You got an old roster. You're paying your defensive end, who's a Hall of Famer, Cameron Jordan, but you're paying him you're due to pay him $20 million.
Mm-hmm.
He's 36 years old. You about to pay Derek Carr, who you restructured already. You're about to pay him 61, or he's on the hook for $51 million. So you stuck with that bad lemon. Like, I wouldn't want to coach this roster, man. You can't do nothing until you get under the cap.
They say they're gonna make a decision on Carr in the next couple of weeks. I'm like, what decision is there?
What decision is there? Like, if you cut the guy, if you cut him, you could save yourself 50. You save yourself basically your cap hit. You'll still be $1 million over the cap. If you cut him, I would cut him tonight. Like, I would cut him tonight. Even if you cut him, I'm sorry. You can't cut him because you still owe him $50 million. This is backwards. I looked at it wrong. you would have to pay the guy $50 million.
It's
like
bad all the way around.
It's horrible. It's a horrible situation, man. It is a horrible situation. You got to get rid of Carr to free up. If you can trade Carr, you will free up. You will be $1 million still over the cap space. Then you got to do something with Tyson Hill. He hurt his ACL, so he has to go. He's an $18 million cap hit. I told you what you should do with Eric McCoy. You should trade him for QJ. Give him to us. We'll take him. Help free up cap space. Ryan Ramczyk, you don't get that money back because he's retiring. Demario Davis, $36, $12 million hit. That great linebacker. Last year his deal, you gotta let him go. You gotta. My thing is they should have traded everybody last year. They should have sold the team last year.
Just prepared for
but they kept kicking this can. They tried to make a playoff run when they didn't need to. You should have just sold this team out. Like started trading everybody up for sale. Let's make a deal. Keelan Moore, if he goes, it's because the NFL made him go.
I'm still trying to figure out how this man keep getting jobs. Tanked the Cowboys, tanked us. How is this even a thing? How does this, man?
This is not a good. Like just the top 10 of the Saints roster is 51 million cap, 20 cap, 18 cap, 15 cap, 12 cap, 12 cap, 12 cap, 11 cap, 11 cap, 10 cap. That's your top 10. And they're all 34, 36, 35, 28, 36, 31, 26, 29, 33,
no.
30. Hell no.
No more locked doors.
Yeah. Trade Eric McCoy to the Chargers for QJ. That frees up 15 for you. That gives us a center. And you get, man, I'm trying to help y'all out, bro. I'm trying to help them boys out, man.
And there you have it with the static.
Aaron Glenn ain't taking no Derek Carr. He was an actual quarterback. The Giants are the only logical move for them, but they're gonna have to eat some cash or something because there's no way the Giants are stupid enough. Because
hell of a year for that franchise over there.
Yeah, it'll put them over the cap, and they got some stupid contracts over there, bro.
Wow, some nasty work.
They paying Brian Burns $29 million, bro. He's due $29 million this year. And if they cut him, they'll take a cap hit of $61 million. This GM need to be fired, bro.
Well,
yeah.
Bolt it together.
Both. Yeah. He just derailed me. I don't know where they're gonna fit Carr at, bro. They're gonna have to restructure Carr to trade him.
Next time on Lightning Strike Podcast, Derek Carr, man, I just don't understand how to.
So we can go ahead and bolt it together, bro. So we go ahead and get out of here. Everybody then took off.
Yeah. Bolt it together March 1st. Y'all know what it is. 12 to 5. Vita Cantina, Costa Mesa, California. Signing event.
Hall of Fame Gates.
Hall of Fame Gates. Man, that feels good to say, man. Hall of Fame Gates. Justin Neboigbe, Kamani Vidal, All-Pro Rashawn Slater, and Hall of Fame Gates. Boatman will be in the building. Lightning Strike Podcast will be in the building from 12 to 5. The restaurant will open at 10. Signing event starts at 12. Event ends at 5 p.m. and the after party starts at 5 p.m. So March 1st, you ain't got nothing to do. Pull up on me. Pull up on us. Come hang out. Come have some fun. Get your autographs. Get your pics. Get engaged. The whole nine is going to be a good time, man. That is Bulge Together, March 1st. So it's only like a couple of weeks away, man. It seems like when we first started talking, it was an eternity ago now. Here we are.
It's about to go down.
Yes, sir, skis. Yes, sir.
It's about to go down.
And that is it, man. We got a couple of little
Let's go.
I got a Robbio who says best option in my opinion is to wait for free agency and weigh out your options then. With that said, I'm still hoping for T Higgins _Derwin _productions _ says maybe Bolts could pick him up and also trade for DK, but Ladd is a Cooper Kupp 2.0 in response to us pursuing Cooper Kupp.
Hell no. We ain't going for Kupp.
Ruby DW says, I miss living in San Diego. One day I'll be back. The drive to SoFi from OC ain't bad, so no complaints. Y'all right about that LA traffic, though.
Man, that LA traffic something.
It ain't for the weak. And lastly, Stimulus Check says, I love driving to San Diego, then driving to LA, even though it was a longer drive to SD. Yeah. And that is it, man. That's supporter comments. Appreciate everybody for tapping in with us. Lightning Strike Podcast. We will be back tomorrow, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
And I just want to give a shout out to my son, 4.0. Got an award today. Principals list.
Hey.
The kid is out there making moves. 4.0. And he just turns to me. He says, what does that mean? That's what I'm talking about, son. He's just in that door. I just do business, Dad. I just hit business.
Turn us
I don't like bees. That's what he said.
Big bees.
He don't like them.
There you go, man. Congratulations to him. Shout out him.
Yes, sir.
And on that note,
remember, like, share, subscribe, comment. We're on YouTube. Help us grow our YouTube channel, guys. We appreciate all the support. Let's go to YouTube, y'all. Let's run those numbers up over there.
Yes,
and also, you can find us always on your favorite podcast platform. Streamers.
Mm-hmm.
Streamers. And on that note, man, we out of here. Oh, boy.
Yes, sir.